The conflict between Israel and Palestine is a complex and multifaceted issue that has roots dating back to the late 19th century. To fully understand the reasons behind the conflict, we need to delve into the historical context. At the heart of the conflict is the question of land and self-determination. Both Israelis and Palestinians lay claim to the same territory.
فلسطين كان فيها شعب نشيط، فعال، منتج، مفكر، مبدع.
Britain, France, Italy, and Japan defeated the Central Powers of Germany, Austria-Hungary, Bulgaria, and importantly, the Ottoman Empire.
منذ قرنين وأكثر والحركة الصهيونية المسيحية غير اليهودية ابتدأت قبل الصهاينة اليهود بالادعاء إنه فلسطين لا يوجد فيها أحد، شراذم بدو، شراذم فلاحين، لا يوجد شعب ولا يوجد حضارة، لا يوجد زراعة، والإزاء والأخبار أنه لا يوجد شيء في فلسطين يستحق الذكر. هذا سبق حتى مولد هرتزل هذا الكلام.
Which is known as Israel, the West Bank, and the Gaza Strip. The region has significant religious and historical significance for Jews, Christians, and Muslims, adding further complexity to the dispute. The Zionist movement, which sought to establish a Jewish homeland, gained momentum in the late 19th century, particularly in response to rising anti-Semitism in Europe. The movement gained support from the international community, and in 1917, the British government issued the Balfour Declaration, expressing support for the establishment of a national home for the Jewish people in Palestine.
The Balfour Declaration was signed on the 2nd of November 1917 and pledged for a Jewish homeland in Palestine. It was a letter from British Foreign Secretary Arthur Balfour to Zionist advocate Lord Rothschild. "67 words of the letter changed Palestinian land from this to this. Today, this is what the former British Mandate of Palestine looks like."
After World War I, the League of Nations granted Britain the mandate to administer Palestine. However, tensions between Jewish immigrants and the Arab population grew as Jewish immigration increased. Following the atrocities of the Holocaust during World War II, international sympathy for the establishment of a Jewish state grew, culminating in the United Nations decision to partition Palestine into separate Jewish and Arab states in 1947. The creation of the State of Israel in 1948 was met with resistance from neighboring Arab countries, leading to a war between Israel and its Arab neighbors. The conflict resulted in Israel gaining control over additional territories beyond the borders originally proposed by the UN partition plan. This war, known as the 1948 Arab-Israeli War or War of Independence, led to the displacement of hundreds of thousands of Palestinians, who became refugees in neighboring countries. Palestinians refer to this event as the Nakba, which means catastrophe in Arabic. The Nakba and the Palestinian refugee issue remain key sources of contention in the conflict. Since then, numerous conflicts, wars, and peace processes have shaped the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. These include the Six-Day War in 1967, during which Israel occupied the West Bank, East Jerusalem, and the Gaza Strip, as well as subsequent peace agreements, such as the Oslo Accords in the 1990s. The main issues at the core of the conflict include the establishment of a Palestinian state, the borders and control over Jerusalem, the rights of Palestinian refugees, the Israeli settlements in the West Bank, and security concerns for both Israelis and Palestinians. Efforts to resolve the conflict have been made through negotiations, but progress has been slow and often hindered by acts of violence, mutual distrust, and competing claims to the land. The situation remains highly complex and sensitive, with no simple solution in sight. It's important to acknowledge that this is a simplified overview of a highly intricate and emotionally charged conflict. The perspectives, narratives, and experiences of Israelis and Palestinians are diverse, and there are multiple layers of historical, political, and religious factors that contribute to the ongoing tensions between the two sides.